Happening tomorrow morning, Nebraska Athletic Director Trev Alberts will make a formal presentation to the Board of Regents on the proposed changes at Memorial Stadium. We told you about this last week right here on First at 3 when the Huskers unveiled an ambitious plan for $450 million worth of renovations. This comes after more than 22,000 fans filled out a survey last year about what improvements they wanted to see. We're told after the renovations, the improvements would reduce the number of seats in the stadium by about 10%.